you. I see you now. You can't escape from me.
Hey guys, it's just Todd from Nocturnal Studios. Just doing a quick little video. Just basically, like I said, just introducing the This Is War series of videos, which is basically going to be taking the beginners or people getting right into the hobby for the first time, just basically on a little journey and showing them some of the tools they might require to get into the hobby, and they can start from the basics for not that much startup cost, and also move into the more advanced stuff for as they progress their skills and everything like that. So one of the first things you might want to grab is probably, apart from the actual products itself, is probably just a hobby knife really to get into. So there's a few different things that you need to look out for in your hobby knives. This is a Galforce 9 hobby knife. The main reason why you would go for a knife more of this type of caliber is, well, it comes with your spare blades already. It's got this little protector there, sheath, so you don't cut your hands or you can transport it anywhere. Also, just the actual coating on the actual blade itself, it's very soft, so you can use it for a long time, as you might be sitting there doing a few sessions or putting a battalion together for the first time. You really want something that's going to have some quality, guys. I can't stress that enough. I remember when I first got into the hobby and I bought, my dad had bought me just a few things from like a dollar shop. And yeah, unfortunately, you press down on them a few times with a little bit of force, and just the internals actually snap. So these ones will last you a very long time. I pretty much have one of the same hobby knives that I have from when I started, when I was about 13. I still have that hobby knife to this day, so it's definitely worth spending the little extra cash to get a knife of this caliber. Also, something else you definitely might want to get on is a cutting mat. Now, cutting mat is very essential to the hobby, because otherwise your mum or anyone else who lives in your household might be saying, why is there all these cuts and bits of paint and little bits of stuff all over the place? So these are self-healing mats. Very, very important to have, a very good quality one of these. Even this Galforce 9 one that's here even has its little measurements up and down the side, so whether you're sculpting or cutting decals or just basically doing some freehand things, you can even just measure it out as you go to make it consistent. And yeah, it's just very great stuff. All bendable, quick, easy to clean. If you get some paints, just put a little bit of multi-purpose cleaner over the top and it all comes straight off, so keep it nice and clean and neat. Other things that you might want to look into getting, it's not essential to start with, but it's definitely something, if you got the extra cash, to definitely get. This is one of the best ones that I've found, is Galforce 9 pinning set. It actually comes with everything in place, comes with your chuck and comes with your drill bit. The nice wood handle here is a lot better than some of the other brands that are around. I won't name drop, but they basically more expensive, and they basically just fall apart as you're screwing them. They just come undone over time, and it's just a not very good thing to do. And even the Galforce 9 actually comes with some rod. So when you're pinning your metal models, which is pretty much essential, or even some of the War Machine models, like your Heavy Jacks and things like that, it's always good to pin them, whether you pin their feet into the base or you pin their arms, just to hold them in place, because especially if you're going to go in transport, guys, if you haven't got a good foam set, or if you're a bit worried, they do just fall apart. The super glues, especially some of the other big brand super glues, they aren't that good and they won't bond. And I'll even do a little video on how to actually get the best bond possible using a pinning set and without using a pinning set. So hopefully that'll give you guys a few little quick pointers. So that's more of the basic kind of range that you'd be looking at. If you want to get into the more advanced stuff, I'd definitely recommend the Privateer Press range. These are the Privateer Press range clippers. These are probably one of the best clippers that I've ever used, and I've used a lot, guys, tell me. Especially the thing I love about these ones, nice easy grip. They can really get in there. There's no funny business. You can get nice and close to the model, so you can limit your filing and your seam scraping with your hobby knife. Really good quality, guys, and they're not even that more expensive than the other set. I think they're even still cheaper than the GW, and that's really good quality, guys. So P3 also do other things. They also have a file set, which I'd say is definitely a must-have. It comes with 3 files. I think it's about $8.99, I think, for a complete file set. Very good quality, everything you would need. So you got your little flat ones there, your little triangle blade, and you've got your round one there to really get into any type of mold lines or anything you want gone. You pretty much just select your file of choice and go from there. Again, it's from Priority Press, so it's fantastic quality. Comes with its own little storage case, so you're not going to lose it, guys. Very, very good. And the other next one from the Priority Press range that I'd highly recommend, this is probably for getting towards the more advanced, would be your sculpting set. So with your sculpting set, this is basically if you've got any gaps in your metal models or even resin models or plastics for that matter, you can get a little bit of putty, which I'll be covering later on, and you can just really get into there and use this type of stuff. You got your flat blade, your spatula blade, your little hook. You've got everything you need to get into every single crevice or anything imaginable, or even if you want to become really advanced and do all your own capes and sculpt things and do things along that nature. This kit is only roughly about $10. So you can really get some really good quality stuff, guys, for well under $50 for your setup costs. And then you can just go from there. Then you can expand into paints and paint brushes and other things like that. So there's two ends of the spectrums, guys. You can do it on a budget. But once again, you get what you pay for, guys. It's just a little quick tip from Nocturnal. And anyway, guys, stay tuned, and I'll cover some more things very soon. Alright, bye.